Sit down. Have fear. The fire will stay lit. I've learned something over the years. Monsters are easier to understand than people. They hunt. They survive. They do not pretend. People create monsters. This story happened years ago. Back when my hair had already turned white, but I still believed contracts had simple endings. I was wrong. It started in Wyzima. I arrived late. Heat still clung to the road. My horse was tired, so was I. Nothing unusual, just another town, another contract, another place pretending nothing was wrong. But towns speak, not with words. Empty streets, closed windows, quiet conversations, people looking at you and looking away. Wyzima felt like that. Sick. I stopped at an inn, ordered beer. Before I finished half, someone reminded me I wasn't welcome. Funny thing, men are rarely afraid of monsters. They're usually afraid of strangers. They wanted me gone. They stood, hands on steel, eyes full of courage, the kind that disappears quickly. I stood too. No anger, no fear, just experience. Steel leaves the scabbard fast, faster than regret. When it ended, the room became quiet. Again, that was enough. Soon after, they brought me to the king. Foltest. A king, a father, a man carrying something heavier than guilt. He didn't ask me to kill, he asked me to save. That changes everything. Then I heard the story. A daughter, a curse, years underground, dead people, failed attempts, men promising miracles, nobody staying until dawn. I listened, but one detail stayed with me. Nobody talked about her like she was alive. Everyone called her a monster. Everyone, except him. That stayed with me. But something else stayed too. Something people avoided talking about. The castle wasn't empty. Not completely. Some wounds stay alive longer than people. That night, someone came. Quiet steps, heavy clothes. He didn't announce himself, didn't threaten me, didn't raise his voice. He offered gold. More than enough. Enough to leave. Enough to forget. Enough to never come back. I asked him why. He stayed silent for a long time. Then he spoke. Not about the princess. Not about the curse. About Ada. He loved her. Not like people whisper. Not like the king. His way. Quietly. For years. And one day, anger escaped his mouth. Words. Just words. Or maybe not. He told me. Sometimes he wondered if he had done this, not with magic, not with power, but with hatred. I listened. Then I asked him something. If she returned, what would remain for him? He didn't answer. He looked away. That's when I understood. The gold wasn't for me, it was for him. He wasn't trying to save my life. He was trying to stop hers. And maybe, to stop himself from finding out. I left him there. Went to the old palace. Night had already arrived. Cold stone, wet air, no birds, no wind. Even Roach refused to stay close. I prepared. Potions, breathing, silence. You never fight monsters first. First, you fight what people leave behind. Fear, regret, things nobody wants to say out loud. Midnight was close. And I remember thinking, sometimes monsters are simpler than people. Midnight was close. I entered. Stone. Cold air, darkness. I waited. You learn patience as a witcher. Sometimes, waiting is harder than fighting. Nothing moved. Then, the stone opened. Silence. That was the worst part. Not screaming. Silence. Then she appeared. Bigger than I imagined. Faster too. But what stayed with me were her eyes. They didn't look angry. They looked trapped. Then she attacked. We fought. Long enough to forget time. Long enough to forget breathing. I could have killed her. More than once. But something stopped me. Maybe the king. Maybe pity. Maybe she was still there. So I waited. Morning came. And the curse was gone. The creature was gone. In her place, there was a girl. Small, silent, breathing. I remember looking at her, trying to find the monster. I couldn't. Soon after, they found us. The king came. Not as a king, as a father. He looked at her, and for the first time, I understood. Everyone had been trying to kill a monster. He had been trying to save his daughter. I took the reward, left the city, and never looked back. But sometimes, when the night is quiet, I still remember her eyes. Not when she tried to kill me. Not when the curse was still speaking through her. But that moment, when for the first time, I realized someone was still there. And when she finally slept, she looked like nothing more than a tired girl. The fire is getting weaker, and so am I. But that story, I'll tell another day. Good night.